And new information in the mass shooting that targeted Australia's Jewish community. At least 15 people were killed after two gunmen opened fire during a Hanukkah celebration. Australia's Prime Minister called the attack an act of anti-Semitic terrorism. Tonight, we're learning the suspects were a father and son, one of them killed. Video out of Australia shows beachgoers running for their lives as gunshots and screams fill the air at Bondi Beach.
Right, there's a shooting at Bondi.
Moments after police say a 50-year-old father and his 24-year-old son opened fire on a Hanukkah celebration. This video shows the two gunmen shooting from a bridge nearby for at least 5 uninterrupted minutes.
Amen. Gesehen.
And this video shows the annual Hanukkah by the Sea event right before shots rang out. The same video shows celebration goers scattering seconds later. A bystander grabbed one of the gunmen during the shooting and stripped him of his firearm, but the shooting didn't stop. The second gunman continued firing, and the Hanukkah celebration remained the target. Australian government officials say at least 15 people were killed, including a 12-year-old. Another 40 were hospitalized with injuries, including children and police officers. The act being labeled deeply hateful and anti-Semitic.
This was an attack deliberately targeted at the Jewish community on the first day of Hanukkah, which of course should be a joyous celebration, and the Jewish community are hurting today.
President Donald Trump also weighing in Sunday.
That was an anti-Semitic attack, obviously, and I just want to pay my respects to everybody.
The shooters have not been identified. Police say the father is dead and the son remains in custody. But even as the weight of the tragedy and the loss of life remains, the spirit of the Jewish community in Australia is strong.
We're not going to allow them to put out that light. Tonight, we're going to light 2 candles, and tomorrow night, we're going to light 3 candles, because that's the way we do things. That's the way we as a community hold together, support each other, and stick to the mission of making the world a better place.
Police say one gunman was known to officials, but there was no indication of a planned attack. Australia's Prime Minister has now proposed tougher national gun laws. Israel's parliament building was shining in the colors of the Australian flag tonight in honor of the victims as well. Back here at home, the NYPD promised more patrols at Hanukkah celebrations. Today, many in the Jewish community paused to pay tribute to all those impacted by this horrific attack. Naomi Ruckham has more.
This menorah on the Upper East Side shined bright, welcoming the first night of Hanukkah on a dark day for the Jewish people.
Evil is incomprehensible.
Rabbi Menachem Creditor woke up to the news early Sunday morning that his sister, brother-in-law, and 2 nieces had been at the Hanukkah celebration near Sydney when gunfire rang out. His brother-in-law was injured, but is expected to survive.
My sister, when the bullets started flying, threw her body on top of her daughters to protect them from the bullets.
Mayor Eric Adams and Police Commissioner Jessica Tisch spoke about the attack and its impact on Jewish New Yorkers.
This is not an isolated incident. It is part of a wider assault on Jewish life, an environment in which hatred far exceeds rhetoric.
On the first night of Hanukkah, the NYPD significantly increased its presence at synagogues and Hanukkah gatherings citywide, and is in constant contact with a New York police liaison in Sydney. One of the victims murdered there was Rabbi Eli Schlanger, who had deep ties to Brooklyn. And at a menorah lighting in Prospect Park, crowds were committed to commemorating the holiday, despite their sorrow.
We certainly saw the news and paused whether we should still come and do this. We decided it's the right thing to do.
And of the many events, just like this one, on the first night of Hanukkah across New York City, organizers here tell us not a single one was canceled.
And Hanukkah is about remembering that just a little bit of light can get rid of a whole lot of darkness.
One of the big lessons of Hanukkah is that despite what we might face, despite what the challenges are, Jews remain proud and strong. So now more than ever, I think we all felt the sense like we had to come here.
On this and each night of Hanukkah in New York and around the world. On the Upper East Side, Naomi Ruckham, CBS News, New York.